Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Joyful House and welcome to Joy House Tea Party number 17. Oh my gosh, how is everyone doing on this wonderful Thursday night? We've already had some fun here in the Joyful House. Tonight we had the watch party, started at 7 o'clock, and we got to watch the first episode of season 14 called The Midwife for tomorrow night's movie night. Hope you'll come join us there at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But for now, let's have a tea party. Let's see who all is here. If you are new here, welcome into the Joyful House. It is a pleasure and an honor to be here with you. And if you're new here, the way we roll around here is with nugs and joy, but don't let that scare you. Nugs is just a great big old hug around the neck. So welcome in to all of our returning family. It's Thursday and it's time for a tea party. All right. We have here tonight with us, let me get to the top. Miss Samantha is here. Hello, Samantha. Welcome back to the Joyful House. And she is working on her butterfly mosaic blanket and a granny square blanket for Boggy Creek 27-28 season. And I know she is in Maine, so she's over here on the East Coast with us right now. So welcome in, Samantha. So glad you are here. And she is saying hello from Maine. We do have an eagle in the house, so if you will, help me give a great big joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Margie. Welcome in, Margie. So good to have you here with us. If you are new here, the eagles are the top two tiers of our, what we call with YouTube, on the YouTube streets, on the YT streets, they call memberships, but here in the Joyful House, we call the Joy Team. So welcome in, Margie. So good to have you. Had some fun over at Margie's house earlier this afternoon. And Margie says, nugs, everyone. Hello, Paula. Welcome in. Nugs, so glad you're here with us. Hope you are feeling better, my friend. Mwah, mwah. And everyone is greeting each other. Y'all know how that just makes my heart smile when you do that. And great question, Samantha. What is everyone working on right now? Let us know what is on your craft table, because it doesn't have to be crochet or knitting. There can be all kinds of things on your craft table. You might even be baking brownies. So let us know what is on the table. All right. Margie says she is taking a break at the moment. I hear you, my friend. You've been working very hard on your Jen Ivy top. And we get to see a sneak peek into that, my friends, a little bit later on. So I hope you'll stick around for the community makes. All right. I'm glad you enjoyed the watch party, Samantha. Thank you for being there. All right. Paula says she is reading a book. Oh, nothing like a good book. You know what I did today? I went with Trayvon to the library, and I did something that I have never done before. I checked out audiobooks. That's right. I thought, I love reading. And let's face it, I love turning a good page. There's just something about actually turning the pages. But if it comes down to crocheting or reading a book, there would have been a time in my life, hands down, it would have been reading a book. But these days, crocheting precedes reading a book. But with an audiobook, I can do both. And I already started one. So I spent the afternoon before going over to Margie's house listening to one as I was working on some videos and getting some things ready for next week to come out on the channel. And so, yay for you, Miss Paula. If you feel comfortable, you don't have to. Let us know what you're reading. Hello, Angela. Welcome in. Welcome back. She was over at the watch party with us earlier, and she says, hi, Cynthia and everyone in the chat. She is doing fine, drinking water. She is working on the Joy Team sweater, and she is working on bats. How fun is that? All right. And Miss Suzanne is here with us. Nugs, nugs, and welcome back. She also joined us over at the watch party where we had a good time over there. And everyone is saying hello to each other, you guys. Never, never stop doing that. Thank you for making everyone feel as unique and special as they are when they come into the Joyful House. It just helps to fill the house with joy. Speaking of joy, if you want, you can drop the word joy in the chat, and that will give Nightbot the command to shout your lovely channel out. So if you want some family members over at your house, then drop the word joy. All right. And we have another eagle in the house. So you guys, if you will, help me give a great big nuggy eagle joyful shout out to the lovely Candi. Welcome in, Candi. So glad you are here with us. And of course, she says nuggies. And we have another eagle in the house. So if you will, help me give a joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Kim. Kim, welcome into the Joyful House. And Kim was also over at the watch party with us. So we had a full house over there. Had a lot of fun going on. And if you're new, just so you know, that meets over in my Zoom room because obviously I can't show anything movie-wise on YouTube or through StreamYard. So I do have to do that in my private Zoom room. But anyone and everyone is welcome to come be a part of that. You just have to email me so I know where to send the link to. And then once you've done that, then you don't have to do it again until the next series. You automatically get them every time we meet over there in your inbox on your email. All right. I was going back to look for Kim's message. And let's see where I'm going to find it. There we are. She says, good evening, Joy friends. Good evening to you. And we got the lovely Dawn P in the house. Hey, Dawn. How are you tonight? She says, hello, all you beautiful people. And everyone is greeting each other. And we have another eagle in the house, you guys. So if you will, help me give a great big joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Tiffany. So we've got a full house of eagles. So welcome in, Tiffany. So glad you are here. And Tiffany said, and my chat jumped. Bear with me just a second. Oh, wow, it jumped pretty good. Oh, my goodness. Hang on. There it is. Hello, Miss Cynthia and everyone, she says. All right. Paula says, tonight, weather here is in freezing warning. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That is something else you guys can do. You can drop weather and your zip code in the chat, and Nightbot will shout out your weather where you are if you would like to do that. And Samantha's asking Tiffany what time it is where she is. It is 5:45 in the afternoon. She's on the West Coast. She's over there where Miss Margie is. But they're like opposite parts of the state, though. I think Tiffany's at the top and Margie's at the bottom. But there is a 3-hour difference from the East Coast for them. Hello, Miss Diane. Welcome in. Nugs, nugs. So good to see you. Thank you, Suzanne. That's so sweet. She says hi to anyone watching. Love it. Oh, wow. Miss Dawn, you know, I want a picture to share. She says, just finished a boho hanging basket. Love it. Oh my gosh, that sounds so exciting. Do you have a particular plant that's going to be going into it? Well, it doesn't have to be a plant, does it? It could be anything. just hanging basket, I automatically just drifted to plant. But oh wow. Kim says happy National Moldy Cheese Day. Now, I do like some good cheese, but I don't like to think about it being mold. Thank you for sharing that, Kim. Suzanne says, moldy cheese day. I like my cheddar mold free. Samantha had burgers and hot dogs for dinner, a good all-American meal. Hello, Sunita. Welcome in. How are you? Nugs, nugs. Thank you guys for welcoming Sunita in. Samantha says she'll be back in Colorado next week. Dawn says, listening to the Hooked on Murder series, already on book number 5. Oh my gosh, give me just a moment, and I'm going to check and see. Here, I can do it on this piece of paper. If my library has that one. That is right up my alley, Dawn. In fact, I got 4 audiobooks today. I can share them real quick. The one that I started today is by authors that I have never heard of, but they said New York Times bestselling author. And this is a actual new audiobook to our library. So I thought, why not? But it is by Ellery Adams and Tina Radcliffe, and it's called A Taste for Crime. And get this, it actually takes place, there we go, in a Bible study. What? But then I went back to my good old faithful book, Page and Turner, and that is James Patterson. And I got lost. I got The Ninth Month, and I got The Noise. So to me, that says some good old crochet time. All righty. Again, thank you guys so much for coming in and greeting one another. It makes me feel so special when every single person that comes over to the Joyful House feels like they fit in and they belong. And the only way that happens is if we continue to love on each other. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Okay. And Samantha and Nightbot shared a giggle. And it says, a skeleton walked into a bar and he said, I need a beer and a mop. Okay, that was a good Halloween one. Miss Paula says, I am reading James Patterson's 21st birthday, A Woman's Murder Club. I saw that on the shelf, so I know it will be there one day for me to go back and get, Miss Paula. Y'all got some great taste. All right. And Samantha's weather in Maine is clear with temperatures of 46 degrees. Oh my goodness. Even though she's on the East Coast, y'all, she's way up at the top of the United States. Over here down at the bottom of the East Coast in South Carolina, it is 70 degrees outside right now. So she can have that 46. All right. Let's see. Well, according to this, it just said that it's 64 here. But according to my little barometer here, it says it's 70 outside, 75 inside, which explains why I'm a little bit on the chilly side. I'm cold right now. Mr. Joyful is probably comfortable. Yes. And Miss Paula is, oh my goodness, Miss Paula, what? 38 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh my gosh, the wind is blowing from the southwest at 0 miles per hour. Well, thank goodness you don't have any wind because that's cold enough. 38 degrees Fahrenheit, 3 degrees Celsius. Woof, woof. Right, Sunita? Burr, Paula. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Samantha, you're dropping all kinds of places. But I'm going to stick to the one that you're actually in at the current moment. Hello, Sonja. Welcome in. Nugs and Joy. So glad you're here. And for Tiffany, it looks like she has in Rancho Cordova, sunny with a temperature of 75. That is the joy of being over on the West Coast. Of course, I know for her, she has said many times she's ready for some cooler temperature. I would love to have that California weather right now. And their wind is blowing at 7 miles per hour. Thank you guys so much for nugging Sonja in when she came in. Suzanne says freeze warnings for her too, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Maybe she says we'll get lucky and only get a frost. I have some plants covered up. Well, I know that those plants will appreciate that because they don't want to freeze, and I know you don't want to lose them. But oh my gosh, my friend, you guys have got some cold weather. Cold weather. All right. Candi says, hate to run, but I'm tired and 3 a.m. comes way too early. Good night, Candi. Thank you for being over here. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you guys for loving her out. All right. Candi is an hour difference from us over here on the East Coast. So it is coming up on 8 o'clock for her. Tiffany says, I've been listening to a book at night to fall asleep, and it's called The Last Magician. Huh. The Last Magician. If you don't mind letting me know the author of that, Tiffany, that would be awesome. Suzanne says, you will be well entertained. Love it. Well, I'm going to go see if they have it. Thank you for sharing. All right. Dawn says, Cynthia sent a text with a picture of the boho basket. Awesome. Awesome. And by the way, my friend, I waited Tuesday for your call, but I didn't get it. So I don't know if you still needed to talk to me or not. That is not definitely for a hanging plant, is it? I'm going to show them, but then I'll make sure it's in next week's showcase. Bear with me just a second. I'm sending it over to my email because it makes it easier to download it. On the computer that way. All right, here we go. That is really pretty, Dawn. I like that. But isn't that cool, you guys? I like that a lot. That is pretty cool. Thank you, Dawn, for sharing. And let me know that you sent it. Nightbot says, Samantha, I went on a date last night with a girl from the zoo and it was great. She's a keeper. That was cute. Oh, Sunita did the murder club and she says she's all caught up on it. Well, when I get these done and I go back to the library in 2 weeks, I'm going to definitely ask them about it. Margie says, my husband got me a Kindle as an early birthday present. Ooh, nice. All right. Sunita says, listening to Jane Smith thriller book 2. Look at you guys. You're going to give me some good books to look into. I appreciate that. Jane Smith thriller. How many books is in that series, Sunita? Do you know? All right. Oh, I'm sure, Paula. I am sure it's going to get colder. In fact, typically we didn't really have an overly hot summer. So I imagine for all of us, regardless of where we live in the States, it's going to be a much, much colder winter for all of us this year. But you guys, that already get those below freezing weathers. Oh my gosh. I feel for y'all. I will be praying for sure. Margie says, I'm currently reading For Whom the Bell Tolls. I read that when I was in school, and that's a good book. That is a good book. Hello, Eden. Welcome in. Nugs. So good to see you here. It is already Friday for you over there in Australia. So thank you for stopping into the Joyful House. Glad that you're here with us. All right. Everyone's continuing to greet one another. And Sonja says, our Nightbot says that for Sonja, she's got clear temperatures of 52 and the wind is blowing at 3 miles per hour. That's still getting chilly. Tiffany says, oh, I can't wait for next week. It's going to be in the 60s. All right. Is that what you're reading, Samantha? Christ in the Storm, Keeping Faith in the Face of the Unknown by Donnie Abbott. That sounds like it is going to be a good book, Samantha, to help you with some of the stuff that you've been going through lately. And that is Donnie Abbott. All right. Stanley the Claustrophobic Miner book. Oh, wow. So this author's got a lot of books out too. Margie says that she is currently 31 family members away from 1,400. Oh my gosh. Well, Margie, definitely drop the word joy. I'm pretty sure a lot of my family is also part of your family, but you just never know. So please drop the word joy. And you guys, if you're not a part of her family, please go over there and leave your thumb and hit that subscribe button and be a part of the wonderful Crafty Corner family over there. Okay. Oh, wait. Sunita says that's a James Patterson too so far. Oh, okay. But she said she don't know. Okay. Well, I'm going to check into these, you guys. I've written them all down. And the librarians at our library, they are so sweet. Like they're so excited to see anyone and everyone walk through that door. They just want to, pass on and share their love of reading. So they are always so kind and so helpful. Even if I walk in and I go over to the kiosk and start trying to look up something, they'll be right there. What do you need, hun? Maybe I can just tell you right where it's at. And usually they can. So it's nice. So I'm going to take this list in. And this is the thing. If they don't have the book, they will try to get it. So I love that. All right. Suzanne says, summer actually was quite warm and dry in the Northeast. We are currently in severe drought locally. It is hard on the farmers. Oh my gosh, Suzanne. Well, I hope that you're getting a little bit of this rain that we've been getting. We've been getting a little bit of rain lately. So I hope that that's been coming in for you some and helping out with that. All right. Bear with me just a second. I'm checking on something. But trying to keep us moving along because we got a lot to go through tonight. Just making sure I have everything up and ready. And this is a great time for me to just remind y'all that if for any reason I freeze, don't go anywhere. Just stay put. I will be right back. But luckily, here lately, things have been going pretty good. So, shh. I mean, Elsa's a cool chick and all, but you know, who's got time for Elsa? We got stuff to do. And that's just the fun we make, that if I do freeze, we just say Elsa's in the house. All right. Paula says South Pole is warmer than my weather. Oh, wow. Well, according to what we saw earlier, you were like, what, in the 30s, 38, something like that, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And y'all know how my memory is. That's cold, Paula. Y'all got some cold, cold weather. Oh my gosh, you guys, Sunita is 2 away from 1300. Sunita, please do the same. Drop joy in the chat. And same thing, you guys. If you're not a part of Sunita's family, please go over there. Leave some DNA, leave some joy thumbs, and definitely hit that subscribe button. These are 2 fantastic ladies. You will enjoy being over at their house. All right. Tiffany says, not sure if my last message went through. My internet went out. In case it didn't, the author of the book I mentioned is Lisa Maxwell. And I did not catch that, and I had asked. So thank you for that. Lisa Maxwell. Thank you guys so much. Sonja says, The Collector of Burned Books is an awesome read. The Collector of Burned Books. Thank you guys so much. Yes, Samantha. We will not here at the tea party, we won't, but we will be, we can do it tomorrow at Bible Chats. And just so you know, I have continued to pray for your friend Duffy's family, because I'm sure that they are all having a hard time and grieving Duffy's loss, especially since it was so unexpected. All right. Tiffany says, I'm going to leave for a bit. Got to go pick Elijah up real quick. Well, be careful, be safe. And she may already be gone, but just in case she's not, be safe out there. Come back to us. All right. All right. Let's see. I'm getting close to the bottom of the chat. Let's see here. All right. Paula says they've been really dry too. Wow. Oh, thank you, Sonja. Let me write that down. Rosanna M. White. Rosanna M. White. I love this. I'm trying to cut out some TV in my life. Even if I just kind of listen to it, I just have found that, honestly, I have been enjoying more recently sitting here in the studio or in the craft room and just listening to the radio, listening to music, crocheting, or even if I'm just kind of working through project ideas and stuff. I've just found it to be a lot more calming. And right now we all know that I need more calm than I need storm. And so I was really, really happy when I was taking Trayvon to work one night and we got on the discussion of reading books. He actually asked me what some of my favorite authors were. And then that was on the way to take him. And that night when I picked him up, we continued the conversation and he asked me where the best place would be to buy books. And I said, don't buy, go to the library. They have a home full of books just waiting to be taken off the shelf and read. And then I said, and I told him I would take him And he's like, oh, I don't want to take any more of your time. And I'm like, no, I've really been thinking about getting some audiobooks. And I know that there are other sources through the computer that I can get audiobooks. But, you know, here's this kiddo. Well, he's not really a kiddo. He's grown now, but wanting to go to the library. And today he got his first library card. Y'all have seen Trayvon. Y'all have met him in the chat. He's part of the Joy team. But anyway, he got his first library card today. And I don't know, I was kind of all squishy and in my feels that I got to witness that milestone. So anyway, love it, love it. And so he then said, well, can we just make this a date? And I said, yes. So every 2 weeks when books are due, we'll have a date and go to the library. So I love it. And for those of you who don't know, I've known Trayvon since he and my Andrew were in 4th grade together. So I've pretty much watched Trayvon grow up. So it was like I said, all squishy and in my feels to be there for him on that. Paula says, my pond is very low because there was rain. I meant my pond is very low because there was rain. Does that mean then that some of it flowed out then? Or it's low because there was no rain? I apologize that I'm misunderstanding that. I'm kind of like, huh? All right. Oh, wow. Margie says they've got rain right now. All right. I think I need to go back up. And Sunita says, yay, thank you. Oh, I see it. Dawn says, Sunita, check your numbers. Did she make it? Did she reach it? Did she reach 1,300? Oh, let me know. Let me know, Sunita. Oh, Dawn says, you're welcome. I have aliases that I use. Oh my gosh. Awesome. So then she should have made it. Let me know. Sunita says, did you download Libby? Oh, no, but that's a good suggestion. You're right. That's what they were telling me about today, actually, just for the audiobooks, I think. I think it's just for the audiobooks. But she was telling me about that today. She says you can use your library card to rent books. I love it. I love it. So actually, that's a good reminder, Sunita, because even though she, bless her heart, she spent a good 5 minutes explaining that, I had already forgotten about that. So I'm going to write Libby because I know what Libby is. And I bet I can find some of these books that you guys have given me tonight. Diane says they need rain in New Jersey. I'm playing you as I get ready for bed. Awesome. Paula says, I was reading and was not thinking what I was typing. Got you. Sunita says, yes, I did. Love it. We're going to dance in just a moment because we're going to express joy anyway. So no better time to do it than to celebrate with Sunita. Oh, wow. Magazines too. Ooh. I have some magazines that I had to give up subscriptions for. So, oh, Sunita. Thank you for that news. Sonja says their library uses Hoopla. I have heard of Hoopla. The only reason I'm familiar with Libby is because of another friend, but because that lady was talking about it today. Diane says, I like to read books, no audio. So that's what I was saying earlier, Diane. I'm very much a page turner, but right now, if I'm going to have any book, anything, my relationship with books have been kind of like put on the back burner because I want to crochet. And this way I can do both. So I will tell you, it was hard for me to listen while working on like channel stuff. So I do know that I can only really probably do it when I am crocheting. And so, but anyway, or just sitting there for a moment and taking a rest, as long as I don't fall asleep. Suzanne says some libraries have Livy Overdrive. I've never heard of that. Even Canopy. Ask at your library, Cynthia. I will. She mentioned Libby today. Hello, Bridget. Welcome in at Nugs Nugs. So glad you're here. It was good to see you over at Margie's house earlier. Hope you're having a good evening. Thank you guys so much for welcoming her in. That was one of them. That's one of the ones I was thinking of. Oh my gosh, I love it. Dawn says theirs uses hoopla. I've not heard of that one, but let me write it down because I won't remember hoopla and point off of Libby, so I'll remember that that's what that is. Okay. All right. Bridget says, I love my audiobooks. Really miss my Audible subscription. Oh, is there a library close, my friend? I'm like so in love with this. Audiobooks is great while crocheting or going for a walk. Oh, yes, yes. And Bridget's giving out nugs. Sunita says, we had Overdrive and they changed it to Libby. I've never heard of Overdrive, but I'm so excited they got a Libby. All right, I am at the bottom of the chat, so if you guys will drop me some emojis, we are going to express some joy, you guys, and I want you to express it even louder this time because we're also going to celebrate Sunita making 1,300. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. All right, so let me move over here so we can express our joy. And then we've got some other things to celebrate and dance for, so we'll get that ready. But if you're ready, let's express some joy. Get ready, get loud, get happy, get joyful, and let's do the joy dance. All right, and congratulations to Sunita for making 1,300 family members. So congratulations, Sunita. All right, now, if you will, we need to celebrate some birthdays. We have some birthdays happening on the YT streets, and so let me see here. Go over here and celebrate. All right. If you have a birthday and you don't know if I know when your birthday is, if you celebrate, because I do understand and respect that not everybody celebrates their birthdays, but if you do, please make sure that I know when it is so we can celebrate all week of your birthday with you. But this week, the birthdays that I know about is Sandra John is celebrating hers, Krista over at the Secret Yarnery, Vicky Theoni, I hope I pronounce her name right, and Roseanne Alexander. So if you will, help me celebrate their birthdays. All right, happy birthday to them. And this is just a little bit of fun for them as they celebrate their birthdays. But birthday hugs from all of us here in the Joyful House, and then just some extra little birthday hugs. All right, we have an anniversary that needs to be celebrated. Here in the Joyful House, the Joy Team has someone who has been a part of the Joy Team for 2 years. So if you will, join me in helping to give a big, big celebration to Mara for her 2-year anniversary here in the Joyful House. We also have someone else who is celebrating 2 years on the Joy team in the Joyful House, and that is Michelle with Michelle's Mosaic and More. So happy anniversary to both Mara and Michelle. All right. So happy anniversary to them. Sadie keeps talking to me. I think she's thinking it's Friday night instead of Thursday night. She's ready for movie night. All right, let me check my notes. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to heat my water up just a little bit more for our tea because it's not a tea party without tea. So let me make sure that is still warm. It's still a little warm, but I'm just going to warm it up for just a few moments. All right. Is that loud? Can you guys hear that? Come back over to the chat. See if I can find your emojis. Oh, and there they are. Thank you guys so much. All right. Oh, Dawn says they use audiobooks in the car. That's a great thought, Dawn. I didn't think about that. I love that, especially when I'm going back and forth to my mom and dad's too. That's 2 hours on the road right there. So I like that. It's a great, great suggestion. Samantha has 800 family members. So if you're looking for more, Samantha, then just drop joy in the chat. I am not drinking anything yet. I'm getting ready to have some tea, and my water says it is warm. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop right here and insert about tea. And tonight I'm going to drink from the Call the Midwife mug. If y'all remember when we started Call the Midwife on season 1 is when I got this mug. And we're now on 14. We're starting 14 tomorrow. But on the back, it just says Call the Midwife. So I thought that would be a great mug for us to have at the tea party tonight. And I've got some new tea in this cool little tea pitcher. And I went ahead and just to show you, I pulled 5. Nope. I told you a story. I pulled 6. I don't know if I can hold all these. Miss Margie won our tea last week. But I pulled 6 of these out. And the first tea party in November, because we're in October. In November, we will select a winner at that tea party to receive these 6 teas. So stay tuned for that. But I'm going to shake these up, and I'm going to reach in and pull one, and that's the one we're going to have tonight. I'm trying to go all the way to the bottom. Let's see what this yellow one is. Ooh, mango green tea. Mango green tea. And it's from Spot Organic Tea. And then it just has this little picture on it. So let me pour the water. So Margie, you'll have to let us know what you think about those flower teas when you try them. All right. And it's in a little plastic bag. I have to take my eyeballs off to see. Ah, there we go. this is what it looks like. And these are whole, this is like a whole tea. These are like not a ground. It actually has tea pieces in it. I don't know if you can see that, but they're chunky. So I'm gonna dip that in and let that start seeping. My water immediately started turning a yellow. I don't know if y'all will be able to see this or not, because I definitely don't want to spill it on my keyboard. Oh yeah, y'all can see that the water is yellow. So we're gonna let that seep a little bit over here on the tea warmer, and we'll give it a try in a minute. All right. I am going to go ahead and put our goal out tonight. No pressure, but if we meet our goal, then each person who gave a super sticker super chat tonight will get 10 extra entries on the wheel in addition to the entries that they receive from their super sticker super chat, which is based on whatever donation they give. And if we meet that, then I will give out one extra giveaway tonight. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for wishing everybody a happy birthday and celebrating the anniversaries with Mara and Michelle. I do appreciate that. I see that all in the chat. Oh, you can hear it? Okay. I switched microphones on my monitors. Well, they're both TVs, but I know when it's over here, y'all have never said you could hear it. So that is good to know. So I'll have to make sure that I'm keeping it heated up, and then I might just go ahead and pour it and put it on the warmer so the water stays warm, because I know that can get really loud. At least it does on this end. Kim says, I am struggling to stay up, so night I'll catch this on the replay. Good night, my friend. I love you. Mwah. Have a sweet, sweet, sweet dream night. All right. We can, Samantha. We can celebrate you having 800 family members. So let's see. How about congratulations? Congratulations to Samantha. And congratulations. That is a wonderful milestone, Samantha. All right. Thank you guys for loving Kim out. And even Nightbot is saying goodnight to Kim. We should celebrate you too, Samantha. Cynthia needs to get caught back up, though. She should see this after she makes tea. Thank you. Oh, wow. Margie says that they've got thunderstorms coming. Samantha, she's on the same time zone as we are, but she gets up very, very early in the morning to go to work. Diane says, I am a tea drinker. Where do you get your fancy teas? So a lot of these, Diane, I have gotten at a store that I think a lot of them have gone out of business, which was called Tuesday Mornings. Then I also get a lot of my teas from Ollie's. I don't know if you have one of those. And then believe it or not, we've gotten some from TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx has a lot of novelty herbal teas. So I don't know if you have any of those stores where you are, but Tuesday Mornings was my favorite. Jen Reeves, that's here on the Y2 Streets with us, she's the one who told me about Tuesday Mornings. And then, of course, not long, maybe a year or two after I had been shopping them, they closed them down. But Ollie's, I get some from Ollie's, and then TJ Maxx. So, all right. That was a great question. Thank you for asking that. And thank you, Miss Margie, for your gift. I appreciate that. And this is for you. Thank you so much. Sorry. All right. I don't know why it won't go off. There we go. I was trying to get it to go off and it wouldn't go off the screen. All right. I love that. Look at all those cool emojis. Susanna's celebrating. Whoop, whoop. All right. Good night, Samantha. Sweet dreams, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Glad we got to celebrate you. Thank you guys for wishing Samantha good night. I'm at the bottom of the chat, so let's keep going. All right. A couple other things that I need to do real quick is we always like to welcome in our new Joy family from the last time we were together. And then I continue to shout them out every time that we are together throughout that month. So if you will, we have a couple people that we do need to shout out. And the first person that I would like to shout out and say welcome to the Joyful House is, I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce this right. So let me actually pull it up here so I can see it a lot better and see if I can pronounce it correctly. And again, if I ever mispronounce a name, I am truly sorry because I believe that names are important. But I want to shout out Michael Grimstone. And this is the one I was talking about. Is it Irfan Perwakalin? Perwakilin. Or is that LL? That is LLAN. Welcome in. And then Find Your Joy. Welcome in. So good to have those 3 new Joy family members. So you guys, if you will, let's celebrate our new friends. And it looks like StreamYard has froze. So I'm going to have to dip out a minute and dip back in. So bear with me. I'm back. All right, let's celebrate our new friends. All right. Thank you, Paula. She said, welcome back. Okay, so let me see real quick. We've got a couple little announcements I want to make, and then we are going to go over and look at our makes that were turned in and bloopers, and then we're going to do some giveaways. All right, let's see. Whoops. There we go. First thing. So YouTube has come out with another new program, and that reminds me of something else that I want to pull up. So I'm going to talk while I'm looking this up. You know, YouTube and StreamYard have been doing a phenomenal job of coming up with new things, especially for those of us that are content creators. They are constantly working on our behalf. And this is one of the very many reasons that I don't ever complain that YouTube gets 30% of whatever we make in super stickers, super chats, memberships, because otherwise they're not charging us for this platform. And so they are constantly working behind the scenes. They're helping us with trolling. They're helping us, you know, navigate through things and improve the quality of being able to come on this platform and just, you know, connect with you guys. And so anyway, I there's a new thing that's out, and it's called where we can collaborate with other content creators. And what that means is if we collaborate with or collab, however you want to use that terminology, with another content creator, then anytime we upload a video, we can invite those different content creators, and then our video will be shared out over to their audience, and then vice versa. If they, like, for example, invite me to be a collab partner with them, then every time they put out a video and invite me, then I can accept that invitation, and then their videos will go out to my audience. And so that's really wonderful, and it really helps us be able to grow, but also to bring more people into content that is entertaining to that particular individual. And so I think we're allowed to do it with 5 different content creators per video. And I've reached out to 4, and I have spoken with all of them. And they are all very, very excited about partnering with me and doing that. So with that being said, going forward, the Welcome to My Playground lives and the Crochet Heart lives that are done as a private live and then uploaded publicly are going to go back to being an uploaded video. Honestly, that means nothing to you. It's not going to change how you view it at all. It's just going to change how it goes out on my side. And so that will allow me to share in that collaboration with those other content creators and also help build their families. So I'm really excited about that. But I just wanted to share that with y'all because, you know, I'm always very upfront and honest about the things that I'm doing here on the channel. Also, many of you have asked me about showing some Christian movies on top of the family movies that we watch once a month for Real Delight on the first Friday of the month. And so I did think about it, prayed about it, and I have decided to do that. I did put out on the channel post for everyone to vote and tell me between 4 different days and time frames that would work best. And I took 2 of them, had the most or the higher percentages. And so I took one of those and set it up. And so starting this Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to start showing in my Zoom room the movie series, The Chosen. So if you are one of those that wanted this, I just want to make sure that I'm getting that message out there, because even though I've announced it on the community post, so far no one has signed up. So if no one signs up, then I won't continue it. But if those of you that were asking me about it, I just want to make sure that everybody knows that that's happening, because with it being a series, that means once we show one episode, we're going to go to the next. So I just want to make sure of that. And then when we finish the Chosen series, I'm then going to do individual movies, so it won't matter if you miss or you don't come. But anyway, it's just like Real Delight, and it is just like the watch party. I have to do it in my Zoom room. It is not done on YouTube or StreamYard, so you do have to send me an email. Now, once you sign up for that, and I'm calling that one Reel It In Sunday, just like the watch party and just like, well, Real Delight, you do have to. Anyway, because it's a series, once you ask me for the link once, you don't have to ask again. You will automatically be on the list to get it. And if you can't come, that's fine. Just delete the link. And if you can, then click the link and join us. But that's something new, and that is starting this Sunday, October the 12th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And once again, we're going to be showing the movie series, The Chosen. All right. What else? Let's see. Oh, yes. All right. Something else exciting that's coming up. Many of you had asked me about this too. And so I was kind of dragging my feet about it, but now I'm like pumped and excited. But you asked me about doing a marathon make-along. So we're going to do this. So mark your calendars. December the 13th. It is a Saturday from 6 p.m., we will go no later than 12 a.m. So that's 6 hours. We're going to make a project. So if you've got something going on with the kiddos or the family and you can't come in till 8, no problem. Got you covered. Come in as you can, and you can begin working on the project at that point. But if for some reason we're not done with it in that 6-hour window, then I will do my best to make sure that everybody has what they need. I am going to be giving you more information about this as we go along and as we get closer. I do know what project type we're doing. I just haven't decided. I've got about 6 that I'm trying to make my mind up about, because it is going to be a very small project. So it would be very doable in less than 6 hours. But because we have, and it's a marathon, but because we have different skill sets, some may be able to go ahead while I will stay behind until the last person is moving along. So that's why I've allotted that much time instead of, I was only going to do 4 hours, but I know how easy it can be to lose time quickly, especially when you've got those different levels. And I want anyone and everyone to come and be a part of this, regardless of how long you've been crocheting. It will be a crochet project. But anyway, I'm going to have you sign up for it. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I am going to put the pattern in everyone's email box that is planning on being there Saturday, so that you have a choice of either watching it on screen, the instructions will be on screen, and watching us go through it, or you can have the pattern right in front of you, either on your computer, your phone, whatever, or you can print it off. That's your choice. But I want to make sure that everybody has those options, because not everybody is good at audible learning and not everybody is good at visual learning. So I want to make sure you have all the tools that you need before then. In November, next month, I will make sure that you know exactly what the project is and what all you will need for that project, so that you can be set up and ready for that on December the 13th. All right, let me check the chat real quick and make sure I have no questions. Anybody have any questions on that? Oh my gosh, Bridget is almost done with her sweater that she's been making. She has just the sleeves left. Oh my gosh, that is so exciting, Bridget. And Bridget, I have something for you. I can't wait to see it when you're done. I hope you will share it with us. Oh, hang on, my chat jumped and I'm trying to take the comment down. There we go. All right, there you go, Bridget. You can see it. Can't wait to see it. All right. Paula says she will go. All you have to do is email me. And even though I have some of your emails, the reason I have y'all email me is because I hang on to all those emails in a separate folder in my emails. And it's kind of like your permission. It's your permission for me to send you the ticket, the link to be a part of that. All right. Thank you so much, Paula and Margie. I will be looking forward to those emails, and those links will go out. I haven't decided if I'm going to send them on Fridays or on Sunday before we get started. I think I'd rather do it on Friday so that I can keep most of the weekend to Mr. Joyful. So I believe the links for Reel It In Sundays will go out Friday afternoon. All right. Somebody will drop me some emojis. I'm making sure we're staying on task here. Let me see if there's any more announcements. And I don't think there is. I'm excited about all that, you guys. Okay. Let's try our tea. Are you ready? Oh, and it's a dark color. You see that? And this is mango flavored. I like that one. It's a green tea. It's mango. That is very, very yummy. No sugar or anything added. I mean, some of you may have to, but for me, I think that the flavor is rich enough that I don't need to add anything, which is something I like a lot about the herbal teas. That's really good. That's really good. I can't wait to see who's going to get to share in on this tea with me. And that's something else I've decided to do is our first Thursday together, I will be sharing tea and picking a winner. The reason we're not tonight is because I did it last time. But going forward, whenever we do all of our giveaways, I will pick someone to win some tea. All right. Y'all can hear Sadie and Mr. Joyful. Okay, next. Let's go take a look. Oh, let me show you what YouTube sent me. You guys, this made my heart smile. And I don't know, it could be, if you're a content creator here, you can tell me if you got something like this too, and they're just trying to make us all feel good. But oh my gosh, I actually cried when I saw this because, you know, I don't mind growing my channel, but my biggest goal is just coming and doing what we do and hanging out and having fun. But this it just hit me really, really in my squishy feels. All right. It is not that one. Oh, this is it right here. All right, let me share screen. And the reason I'm sharing this is because, you guys, I fully understand that I wouldn't be where I am with the channel and the growth without you. So I want you to know that. I put in a lot of hard work to bring the content, but the channel would not be what it is without you. So I can't celebrate unless we celebrate you as well. All right. So this came in, and this is part of the Partner Perks program. And this is what it's called when you're a content creator and you're monetized and you're making money, you know, through your channel. But look at what it says. It says, keep it up, Cynthia Joyful Creations. We ran the numbers and you're crushing it. Since the program started, you've been a content powerhouse, and we've noticed your upload frequency has been remarkable. To put it in perspective, you've uploaded more content than 80% of your fellow partners, placing you in the top 20% of the program. Now, part of me thought, okay, they are sending this out to everybody. I know they have sent this out to a lot of content creators, but some of the ones I've talked to, their percentages are different. And so I'm like, oh my gosh. And then the numbers at the bottom, they weren't the same either. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool and exciting. Now I can click on this button and see all my stats. And I do look at those every month just to see if I've had any growth, or maybe where I might need to kind of walk away from something because it doesn't seem to have a lot of traffic, you know, going that way, because I want to make sure that everything that I'm bringing is something that is worthy of people's time. But anyway, it goes on and it says, speaking of incredible milestones, we've been looking back at some of your channel's memorable moments and YouTube highlights over the past 2 decades. It's truly amazing to see how far you've come, all thanks to your creativity and passion. Did you know, on average, over 20 million videos are uploaded to YouTube daily? That's a fitting number for our 20th birthday, and it shows just how much amazing content is shared every single day. In 2024, YouTubers averaged over 1 million comments on videos daily, and since your channel, you have received 25,338 comments on your content. That's a lot of chatter. That's you guys. That's you. Last year, on average, YouTube videos received over 3.5 billion likes from users per day. Since you started your channel, you've garnered 36,892 thumbs up. My friends, that is you. That is all you. That is your thumbs up, not mine. That's your thumbs up. So thank you so much. And they said each one is a direct show of appreciation for your hard work and creativity. Then it says, want to continue down Memory lane. Oh, that's just check out 20 ways to celebrate YouTube. I will do that on my own time. But anyway, I thought that was so fun and so exciting. And I'm like, I have to share that because I wouldn't even be getting anything like that at all, even if I was in the bottom 10% without you guys. So I want to say thank you for that. And I think I saw the chat move. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. I appreciate that. Tiffany is back with us. Welcome back. Have been for a bit and have been listening while I got Elijah's dinner in the oven. Awesome, awesome. All right. Did you, Margie? Oh my gosh, I hope your stats were just as exciting as mine were. Oh, thank you, Bridget. And Bridget, I'm sure you got one, right? Margie says hers is similar. I love it. I love it. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. You guys are so sweet. Okay. I think I can close this. And now let me open up the video. It's ready. And show you what has come in from our community for our little show and tell. Here we go. And again, I thank everyone for sending in their pictures. Oh, thank you, Dawn. She says you've built a really great team. You will. You will, my friend. I have faith in you because you have some amazing stuff to share. In fact, I need to go over and watch some of your, hang on, let my brain slow down. Yarn dyeing, your yarn dyeing. I've become fascinated. Don't want to do it myself, but I've become fascinated in watching that. So Tiffany says, yeah, I didn't miss the video. No, but we did share out a lot of stuff. So either check with me later and I can tell you what you missed, or if you can catch the replay. Here we go. Hello, Joy family. Welcome to the Joyful House and welcome to Once Upon a Storybook. Today is Sunday, September the 28th, and we are continuing our Anne of Green Gables never fails. Can't ever get it right on the first time. Who's texting me? Oh, that made me sound like an evil person. I'm happy people text me. Texted me again. Different day. I'm trying to record. So, could y'all see those wheels turning? Let's breathe in, hold it for a second, and breathe out. Here we go. Well, that sounded awful. So here in the Joyful House, the word breathe means to use your breath to All right. Thank you so much again to everyone that sent in pictures. I always appreciate seeing what you have been working on and sharing them out here on the channel. And as always, I agree with everyone in the chat. You guys always do a phenomenal job. Okay, it is time for me to show you a couple things, and then we are going to do our giveaway wheels. All right, I finally finished the little baby dress that I was making with that leftover yarn from the Gin Ivy top that I made. And it was so funny because Ivy got that one full cake, and then I sent all the little remnants that were left over from where I color blocked this little dress. And she was like, what did you do? Color block? Why'd you cut it? So she must not have heard what I said, but I did cut it so that I could color block it. And then after I finished it, I added a flower to it and put a pearl button in the center of the flower. And I'm in love with this so much. This is how it came out. Is that not just the cutest little sundress? And this is that wild and free colorway. But this is the back. And I just put a little tiny pink button to close the back of the dress. So, but loved how that turned out. So this is now a finished object. The hard part is, do I put it to sell like I intentionally planned on? Or do I hold it for a future grandbaby? I'm struggling. My mom says every time I make one outfit for the first time, I need to hold on to it for a grandbaby. And I'm like, well, then I will never sell. I will never sell anything. All right. I'm going to show you what's currently on my hook right now. I've shown you this before. This is a thick pot holder. It is a design that I sort of came up with. And the reason I say that is I kind of forgot what I did on this one. So as I'm making the second one, it's undoubtedly different because I'm pulling my yarn so I don't pull out any stitches. It's a little bit thicker. So I wrote what I did down. In fact, it's kind of messy right now, but I know what it says. But here's the instructions I wrote down, because it's really just a repeat. Once you get to the second round, or row, it's a repeat. You don't really have to turn it. You kind of work back down the row, up and back down, but it's coming out a lot thicker. So let me hold these two up, and you can definitely see the difference. So look at the difference in those. So it is very clear that this one is a lot thicker than this one. I do think I now know what the difference is. I'm actually going through the back loop. It's all half double crochets. I'm going through the back loop, and then I'm going down between the back loop and the bump of the stitch before. I think on this one, I just went through the back loop and the back loop of the stitch before. And so pulling up the 3 loops is really giving it a thickness. Now look at that. That's the part that I'm working right now. Look how thick that is. That's just one row of working a double crochet or half double crochet. So it's the last set of pot holders I'm making for my son, but I got tired of doing that one where you do it in the rounds and then you fold it in to make the kind of like triangle. It just takes forever. It takes forever. It's single crochet. It's boring, boring, boring. I will never make pot holders to sell if I have to make them that way. So I was trying to come up with something different other than like literally making like a dishcloth and a dishcloth and then sewing them together. I'm in love with this. And I promise you, I promise it is on the agenda. It is in the planner book to be a tutorial as soon as I finish Stranger Things. I do want to make a comment. I have worked on Stranger Things this week. I have made the decision because I have to be careful about the stress I put on myself, especially with the congestive heart failure right now. I'm going to wait and show you Stranger Things when it's completely done. My goal is to have it done by Halloween. If I don't, then I'm definitely going to take a week off the channel to get it finished. But right now, I am making good strides and good progress with it. So that's all I want to say on that. Hello, Jen. Welcome in. So glad you're here. Yes, they did. They did a wonderful, wonderful job on their makes. So, oh, thank you guys so much for the comments on the little dress. Yes, yes, it is amazing. And I can't wait to see yours. Just like I was saying with Bridget earlier. Can't wait to see it completely done. But thank you. I did show a little clip of what you have already tonight. One more thing I want to show you, and then we're going to go do that giveaway, Will. I do want to show you the progress I've made on the little white dress. I haven't done a lot more since I last showed it to you 2 weeks ago, and that's because I have been working on Stranger Things. And don't forget, the new update on Crochet Heart will go out Saturday to show you progress on the sweater. That's the project I'm having a hard time putting down. In fact, you'll see in the Crochet Heart project when I film it Saturday morning, I can't do 1 hour. I got to at least do 2. So I'm giving myself 2 hours to work on it. And so anyway, this is the little white dress that I am making. This is the one that was supposed to be a christening gown, but I got the hook size wrong. So it's actually a 2 to 3T little dress. Can't be a christening gown. So I can't do the little rose motifs at the bottom. So I had to come up with something different. So from here down, I just ad-libbed to the pattern. But my plan is to put a pink satin ribbon through this and one through this top piece as well. I'm going to put little pink flowers across the top. And I have little pearl seed beads that I'm planning to try and add to the dress if they can be seen. If they can't be seen, then I might add them to the little pink satin ribbon. And if they still don't show up, well, then maybe I won't add them at all. But I'm really planning on dressing this up as much as I can. The sleeve over here is complete, except for me weaving in my end. But this is how the little sleeve will be. It's meant to be like just kind of like a little puff sleeve. So I still have this sleeve and the neckline to do, putting the button on, and then all the little details. So it may be a while before I finally get this finished. Oh, and then I'm planning on putting a little slip. Since it is for a little bit older girl, I am planning on putting a slip, which I've never done before. So that's going to be out of my comfort zone, but I am excited about the challenge and the adventure. But right now I am trying to put all of my free time into Stranger Things amongst the channel projects. But anyway, so those are the things that are on the hook. All right, let me check the chat and then I'm going to get the wheel up here. Whew. Bridget says, I alternate front post, back post, double crochet to make a thicker pot holder. Oh, that would work. That would work. And that's fast. You can do that fast. I do like that idea. That's very smart, Bridget, because that's kind of what I do with the cuffs of my garments. And you're right. Those are very thick. Thank you for sharing that. I'm sure someone else here too is excited about that. I love that idea. All right. Let me get our little video off the screen here. We don't need it anymore. And okay. And if you guys can drop me some emojis so I can find my way in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to comment on one more thing. I saw Miss Margie's post during the video. She said that she also gets a email from YouTube about her monthly stats, and I do as well. And if you remember, last month I started sharing them with you, and that will be something that I will be sharing next week. I will always be doing that on the second tea party of the month, which is the third Thursday of the month. All right. So I love those little emails and those stat reports, Miss Margie. That's what I was talking about earlier, that shows me the growth of the channel month to month. And so I do like seeing that. All right. Here we go. So right now, I'm only going to talk about the first wheel. And this is the one where if you sent in pictures, you went on this wheel. If you left comments on uploaded videos, on the lives afterwards, or on the community post, that's where these come into play. And then Nightbot has something where it keeps an account of live chatters. And I've been putting that information out. The only time it won't go out is the week that we don't have any lives, because I don't have any chatters then. I do have Bible study, but I mean, there wouldn't be a lot to really recognize. So only the second, third, fourth, and if there's a fifth week of the month, will that go out. But I still make sure I check it every week and add people on. So we're going to go through first the channel and the pictures, and we'll spin that wheel, and then we'll come back and do the super sticker, super chat, and gifted membership wheel. So for now, we'll start at the top. It's alphabetically done. 8 Smiley Lady had 1 entry for a comment. Ambi had 3 entries for a comment. Angela Wright had 29 entries for a comment. Let's see. Candi had 2 entries for pictures. Kate had 1 entry for comment. Connie had 10 entries for pictures. Dom P had 12 entries for comments. Denise, let me make sure I say this right. Denisha had 3 entries for comments. And Eden had 2 entries for comments. Jenny had 4 entries for comments. Grandma Anna, 1 entry for comments. Hope Mahoney had 7 entries for comments. And Jen Reeves had 23 entries for comments. Jennifer Ruckle had 3 entries for comments. Joni Clark had 1 entry for comments. Kim had 28 entries for comments and 16 entries for pictures. Lisa Knits had 11 entries for comments. Margie had 10 entries for comments, 2 for super sticker, super chats at that point. Let's see. No, that's not super stickers, super chats. I'm so sorry. That was pictures. Mishi had 3 entries for comments. Mimi Loves Crochet had 2 entries for comments. Nancy McDonald had 1 entry for comments. Paula had 1 entry for comments. Samantha had 17 entries for comments, 4 entries for pictures. Remember, they get 2 entries per picture project. Shirley Razzie got 2 entries for comments, 2 entries for picture. Sonja got 18 entries for comments, 22 entries for pictures. Suzanne G got 1 entry for comments. Yes, Jen, it went on October's because it showed tonight. So you are on October's wheel for that. You got 2 entries for that picture that you gave for me to show tonight. So it's on October, so it'll be for next month. Let's see. Because what I do is before we go live, when I make the video, that's when I put the pictures on the chart. That way I make sure I do it. All right, let's see. Suzanne G got 1 entry for comment. Tank got 2 entries for comments. Terry Crafty T got 2 entries for comments. Tiffany got 16 entries for comments, 4 entries for pictures. Trayvon got 2 entries for comments. Uriel got 2 entries for comments. Vicky Oodles got 13 entries for comments. And Wanda got 6 entries for comments, 36 entries for pictures. Zach got 10 entries for comments. Lulu got 1 entry for comments. Ice King got 4 entries for comments. Michelle Crochets and Crafts got 1 entry for comments. And Sally Stevens got 1 entry for comments. All right, so let's do this wheel first, and then we'll come back and do the Super Sticker Super Chat membership. Now, you guys, I had a lot of really sweet gift givers in the month of September. So because of that, instead of giving away 1 prize on this wheel tonight, we are going to be giving away 2. So when your name is chosen, if you are the winner, there are 2 things you need to do. First thing is you need to pick a number 1 through 10, and we'll pick your little envelope, whatever number you pick, and find out what your prize is that way. So I have 10 different prizes, 10 different envelopes. So you just need to pick 1 through 10. The first winner gets to pick first. The second winner, they get to pick any number 1 through 10 with the exception of the number that the first winner picked, because that prize has already been chosen. All right? I hope everyone understands that. If you live outside of the United States, I'm just being honest, I cannot afford to send any packages outside the United States. So I can work something out with you with a gift card for Amazon. If for some reason you don't do Amazon, then at that point, I'm sorry, but I just have to ask you maybe to pay it forward to one of your friends here in the States. Not having a job, I just can't do it. And so I do apologize for that. All right. Here is our wheel. Let's shuffle it a couple times. Make sure everything is really good here. I also want to tell you that I've been really better, more so at the middle to end of September, but I've already been putting on here, if you send in a picture, it has a P by your name and the date. If you leave a comment on the Joy Word Shorts, you get 2 entries for that. If you leave a comment, you get 1. If you use the Joy Word, you get 2. So I've started putting, JW by your name if it's a Joy Word entry, just so you know. So that kind of helps us figure out how you got that. If there's no date, that means it was a comment. All right, you guys, here we go. Winner number. It goes to Kim for turning in a picture for October 16th. Now, I know Kim had to leave earlier, so she's got until next Thursday to let me know and pick a number, and we will reveal all of that next Thursday. So you'll get to see what she won. So she's got 7 days to get in touch with me. If not, we will spin the wheel again next week, but I'm pretty sure she'll get in touch with me. She's really good about watching the replays. But anyway, we'll see what she chooses next time. So let me remove that and let's spin again. This is our second winner. And this is to all of the generous folks that gave some extra super stickers and super chats this month that enabled me to be able to do this. So here we go. Oh my goodness. So she did send in a lot of pictures. So this was also one from October 16th. So Kim has won twice on this one. So I'm telling you guys, send in your pictures. That gets you multiple entries. So I can't reveal any prizes. I'm so sad. All right. We have another wheel to do. So let me remove this. All right. Let me get the other wheel up here. Well, actually, first we need to do our stats. So let me pull this up. So these are for Super Chats membership. And I realize I didn't read out the live chatters. I'm going to have to switch this over so that this comes over on this side with these, because the live chatters are on that wheel. So I didn't read those entries out, but I'll get better. All right. This is for super stickers, super chats, and gifted memberships. If they met the goal, then I have it also listed here, and I will also let you know when they got 10 extra entries as well. Okay. Let me see real quick if I can make this just a little bit smaller so we can see it. Oh, I already have it at 150. So let's do 100%. Oops. And see if we can see. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right. It might be difficult for y'all to see, but I will do my best. All right. First person on here is Ambi. Oh, no, that's live chat. I'm so sorry. Is Candi. Candi got 3 entries for gifting a membership. Kate, so sorry, I'm keep trying to read this live chat. I'm gonna get that switched over so it's over here with the other one. Oh, I do apologize. Kate did get 4 entries for super stickers, and then on September 12th and September 26th, she earned 10 entries as well for us meeting our goal. So that was 24 entries for her on the wheel. All right, next is Dom P. She got 5 entries, and she also was part of us meeting the goal on September 12th and 26th. So she got 10 extra entries for a total of 25 entries on the wheel. All right, next is Deb Morgana. She did a membership for herself to the Joy Team, so she earned 3 entries. And then next is Doris. Nope, not Doris, sorry. That live chat one is getting me. All right, the next one is Janet R. She got 4 entries. And then on September 26th, she was part of us meeting the goal. So she got 10 extra entries. So she has 14 entries on the wheel. Next is Kim. She got 9 entries for super chats. She was a part of the goal on the 12th and the 26th. So she got 10 extra entries on both of those for a total of 29 entries on the wheel. Next is Mara. Mara got 7 entries. Mara was also part of reaching the goal on the 12th and the 26th. So she got 10 extra entries for a total of 27. Miss Margie has 13 entries for Super Sticker Super Chats. She was a part of the goal on the 12th. So she got 10 extra entries for a total of 23. All right, next is Tiffany. She has 3 entries. She was part of reaching the goal on the 12th. So she has a total of 13 entries. Next is Vicky Oodles. She has 6 entries. She was part of reaching the goal on the 26th. So she has 16 entries total. Wanda has 13 entries. She was part of reaching the goal on the 12th and the 26th. So she got the 10 extra entries. So she has a total of 33 entries on the wheel. And that is everyone. All right. So let me pull our wheel back up here. And actually, real quick, while I'm still in this, I do want to go ahead and show you guys. Let me bring this back up. So this was September, and I've already started October. So here we go. Y'all, Kim has already sent me a bunch more pictures for next week. She's already got 36 entries. That means she sent me what? 16 pictures, 17. I don't know. But anyway, send me your pictures. But now I will be honest, I have not done any of the comments for this past week at all. So they're not reflective on here, but I will get them on. All right. And of course, tonight's the first night in October we've done a goal. So there's no super sticker, super chats to show yet. But anything that was done tonight will go on that. All right. Let's see. Here is the wheel for the super sticker, super chats and gifted memberships. Let's shuffle this a little bit. We have 228 entries on here. And this does include every time we reach a goal. Thank you, Tiffany. 18 pictures, because you get 2 entries per completed picture, completed project. So if you send in 3 pictures, but it's the same project, you still only get 2 entries. But I do appreciate you sharing multiple pictures. All right, I think I've mixed this up pretty good. Again, same thing applies. If you are the winner, I need you to give me a number, 1 through 10. Email me. And again, if you're not in the United States, I can settle it with you with an Amazon gift card or ask you to pay it forward. Again, because they did such a phenomenal job of giving me super stickers and super chats last month, we're going to pick 2 winners. So here we go. And it is Mara. And I don't know if Mara is here. Mara, are you by any chance lurking tonight? So same thing, you guys. She will have 7 days to get in touch with me and give me a number, and I will reveal what she's won. If I haven't heard from her, then we will spin the wheel again next week. All right. So let's see. Let me remove that entry. And oh, I didn't pay attention. I didn't pay attention if it was a super sticker, super chat, or an extra entry. I think it was a super sticker, super chat. All right. Here's our second spin. Oh, that's making me dizzy. Oh my gosh. Mara won again. And it was from a super sticker, super chat she gave on September 26th, and it was an extra entry. Oh my gosh, I can't give anything away tonight, Todd. Oh my gosh, I want to give something away tonight. Can I just give something away? Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Give me a word, Todd. We're going to drop it in the chat. We're going to give something away to someone who's here. I want to give something away now.
Somebody was crying earlier. How about Sadie?
They've already used that word. They've said hello. He said use Sadie, but I want it someone who's here like right now.
Cake.
Mr. Joyful says put the word cake in the chat. Put the word cake. Let me close this wheel.
Cake is always good.
Cake is always good. Let me pull up this other wheel, this other giveaway tool. So type cake in the chat. I want to give something away. There you go, cake. Right, Dawn? Cake is always good. Is Connie here? Hey, Connie. Nugs, nugs. Connie, I've already told her this. I got to chat with her on the phone a little bit this afternoon. Hope it's okay. I shared that. I have been loving her Nightmare on the Yarny Streets. Her and Barbara have been doing a phenomenal job all week with that exciting event. I'm really sad to see it end tomorrow. Oh my gosh, but how much fun have we had? Oh my gosh, you guys, if you haven't been there, you've been missing out. Go catch the replay from Connie. She did Monday, Wednesday, she's doing tomorrow. And then Barbara from Crochet Therapy did Tuesday and today. You guys, they are a great team. And I have just thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed myself spending the afternoon with them. And don't forget, you guys, Connie has bingo going on this Sunday. Get your numbers in if you haven't, but she has said that once you send your numbers, those are your numbers to stick and stay. And I am so proud of her for doing that because so much work goes on behind the scenes on this side of the camera. And that's a lot to keep up with. So I did change my numbers, but I let her know that. And I am content with them and ready for them to stick and stay. You're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. And y'all are going to probably find out, but Connie is actually one of the collaborators that I asked to join that collaboration program with me. Margie is another one. So, yep. All right, we've got 9 entries, 12 people in the house. Anybody else want an opportunity to win something? If so, put the word cake in the chat. Hey, Miss Vima, welcome in. It's so good to see you. I've been missing you. Nugs, nugs. Miss Vima, we're putting the word cake in the chat because I did my little giveaway wheels tonight and both winners are not here and I want to give away something. We spun that wheel 4 times. And I think I saw Zach sneak in here. Did Zach sneak in here? He did. Nugs, nugs, Zach. All right. Got 15 people in the house and only 11 entries. If you want a chance to win something, write the word cake in the chat because I want to give away something. Hello, China. Welcome in. Nugs, nugs. China, drop cake in the chat. We're about to give something away. I don't know what. It depends on the winner. All right. Got 13 people here, 11 entries. I say let's get it done. Let me add this to the stage. All right. Here we go. Again, if you're the winner, I need a number 1 through 10 to pick your envelope and see what you win. And you have to email me and tell me you're the winner. Make sure I have your address. And if you are outside of the United States, again, I apologize. I cannot send something outside of the United States, but I will work out something with you with Amazon. And if you don't have Amazon, then I ask that you pay it forward. All right, here we go. And it is Miss Diane Sharp. Congratulations, Miss Diane. Miss Diane, this is for you. While you are telling us a number 1 through 10, so glad we finally get to give something away. But congratulations to you. Can't wait to see what you win. She chose envelope number 9. Now, again, I don't even know what's in each envelope. I know what the prizes are, but I don't know which envelope holds what. So 10 and 9. All right, here we go. Packet number 9. And she has won the Granny Square card deck. So let me show you what that is. That is this right here. The Granny Square card deck. There's a big old sticker on the front. But anyway, so that is it. So Miss Diane, I just need you to send me an email with your address so that I can get this out. And if I get it in time, Mr. Joyful will be going to the post office tomorrow. So I will get it packed up tonight and you'll get it right away. All right. That was fun. That was fun. I hope our other winners contact me so that we can do this again next Thursday. If not, we'll pick new winners next Thursday. All right. It's like The Price is Right when Cynthia reveals the prize. I like it. I love it. I love it. I'm glad you had fun. All right, you guys, let me just check my notes real quick. Make sure there's nothing else. I think that is it. Until next Thursday. Next Thursday, if you would like to come up on panel, I'll drop that link in the chat. So come prepared. Y'all bring your projects. We have a couple little things that we'll do at the beginning, but then we'll open it up and allow you guys to come up and share, talk about what you're doing, what you're working on, or just hang out without having to type in the chat. All right. And we'll reveal what the winners have chosen. And again, if I haven't heard from them, then we'll spin again. Anybody have anything else they want to share before we head on out? Congratulations again, Miss Diane. Thank you for allowing me to give something away. All right. Tiffany says, have a great Friday and a wonderful weekend. Nugs, absolutely, absolutely. All right. Well, I don't see anything else. Can't wait to see what the next tea is going to be next week. And again, same time a month from now, 4 weeks from now, I got some tea to give away. All right. Everyone is saying bye. Oh, I love it. Always, always, Dawn. She says, remember, if you're feeling down, look up. Absolutely. Thank you for always reminding us that. All right, you guys, be joyful. Stay crafty in your own way. Make your own joyful creations and be the joy in everything you do. And thank you so much for coming over and filling the Joyful House with joy tonight. Truly makes my heart smile. Mwah. Can't begin to tell you how much I love you. Good night.